Coming in at 900,000 coins, he's far from cheap, especially for a goalkeeper. But he's got the hat in game, and I actually wonder how much value that hat adds. I'm not gonna lie, I have a feeling like if he didn't have the hat, he'd probably be like 600 or 700,000 coins. But either way, boys, he is 6'2". I didn't even do my intro. What's going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to another player review. Today we're gonna be checking out Prime Yashin. I'm just excited to get straight into it. Let's just say that. Now, coming in at 6'2", I mean, it's not the tallest for a goalie, but it will do, definitely. I'm using headliners Ramsdale, who's also 6'2", and there's no worries there at all. I mean, with goalies and with goalkeeper reviews, we've recently got a Prime Check review out, and I stand by what I said. With goalkeepers, I've done a fair share of goalie reviews, and let me explain. I've had people say, with goalies, how can you try them out? Because surely you'd need like 50 plus games to genuinely try out a goalie. Like, yeah, 50 plus to see how consistent he is, to see everything about him, right? And I do understand that, but with goalkeepers this year, goalkeepers are the definition of inconsistent. Sure, he's got amazing diving, sure he's got amazing handling, amazing reflexes and positioning. Yes, you'll notice that, but if you had a keeper with 80 in each stat, but he was taller and had some better traits, he would perform even more clutch than a card like Yashin. And that's the thing with goalkeepers this year. I feel like the actual in-game stats don't matter so much. The thing that I look at with goalkeepers is three things. First of all, their height. Second, their traits, and third, their diving animation. Their diving animation is the most crucial thing about a goalkeeper. You will notice, and I've done probably 20 plus goalkeeper reviews throughout the past couple years, and you will notice that different goalies have different diving animations. For example, my Ramsdale, who's also 6'2", his diving animation is actually really solid for someone at 6'2". He like flings himself up and gets it. But then I did a review on headliners Kevin Trapp, 88 rated, the German Bundesliga goalie for Frankfurt, and his diving animation, he just plopped to the ground, and I'm like, what is going on? Courtois, for example, his diving animation, he doesn't dive far, but that's because he's a giant, he doesn't really have to, so he kind of also just slings to the side a little bit, and I mean, it works quite well. Manuel Neuer, his diving animation, I believe he's 6'4", I could be wrong, I think I reviewed him last year. Neuer is 6'4", his diving animation is perfect. Now, Yashin is 6'2", so I would hope that he's got a good animation in game. For the chem style, you probably would actually just want, you could keep a basic on him, or you could actually go for something to get that handling and kicking up, which I'll have a look on Footbin in a second for you guys. Now, as for traits, in my opinion, Yashin's already failed that traits test, you could say. He's only got team player, which doesn't affect anything in game. So, I mean, he's not the tallest, he doesn't have any traits, his diving animation is just up to that. But obviously, you know, one massive bonus with him, he does wear the hat in game. I can confirm he does wear the hat in game, and obviously he's an all-timer, literally one of the first goalies. I think he did nickname Black Spider, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, he had 20 years at Dynamo Moscow, 326 appearances. I believe he was the first goalkeeper to win Ballon d'Or as well. So just a very historic guy, very, very nice card. If you are Russian, it would be an absolutely lovely card to have for sentimental value. Now let's head on over to Footbin here for LEV YASHIN. Now obviously, I think for the chem style, you'd probably want to get that, I think that handling and kicking up. So what chem style does that? If it gets his kicking up, a glove gets his handling and diving up. No kicking though. There's no kicking boost here. I think maybe a wall. I think a wall is where it's at. So a wall will put him to 99 diving, 94 handling, 85 kicking. His 96 reflexes and 95 positioning is already fine. And I can confirm I used him already in the free games. His 60 speed, he actually is relatively fast. He's a very fast icon. For, you know, not much icons of 60 speed. He's faster than most centre-backs in game, which is really, really nice to have. So yeah, 955k. I feel like a wall or a basic. A wall or a basic is where you want to prioritize, but I'll probably go for the wall. I'd edge for the wall just over the basic because his reflexes and positioning is already the same, and obviously it's only an extra 2 speed, which I don't think is too important, whereas you can get that extra 5 kicking that the wall offers over the basic. Comparing him to his mid, it is a relatively big difference. He is over double the price, and obviously his base, he's a lot more, but comparing him to his mid, he has got, I should turn his chem style off. Comparing him to his mid, he's got 2 more diving, 4 more handling, 2 more kicking, 3 more reflexes, 2 more speed, I'm pretty sure. No, he's actually got 2 less speed, sorry, and he has got 3 more positioning. So overall, boys, I think that yes, obviously his prime looks a lot better as expected. He's got the hat in game as well. I think this is the only version that has a hat in game, and that is why it's added a lot of value. And the fun side of me wants to say, yes, it is fun. I mean, seeing a goalie with a hat is absolutely awesome. But I mean, double the price of his mid card for that little stat upgrade, I'm not too sure about, lads. Without further ado, boys, let's get into the gameplay. So getting into the gameplay, as you can see straight away, my opponent has an attack, and what do? We bring Yashin now. He's got 60 speed in game, which for a goalkeeper is very, very respectable. Now here I was debating on bringing him out, and I actually wasn't expecting him to go near post. Obviously no keeper is saving that. That is genuinely just down to luck. As well, lads, I have noticed whilst I'm editing this that the last half of my third game with this card, so now we're into the second game, I believe this is the second game now. Once again, that was absolutely fantastic. Yashin came out, he got a hand to it, and then I believe Rio dropped back and saved that. But like noticing with what lots of these clips you guys are seeing is literally him rushing out of the net, and his reflexes to actually keep the ball out is absolutely fantastic. Now, as I was saying, so this is now the third game. Now, we got this in the first half, and then around the second half is when my OBS studio completely froze up. It said I was having like literally, I think it was 15 or 16 frames a second. My bitrate was going all over the place. So obviously I got the clips. I'm not going to show you guys though, because it is like watching something in, it's like 180p. It is woeful. But there was two more clips in the second half. One of them was an amazing save, and the other one was also him rushing out of goal. I do believe as well we did concede one more goal in the second half, but we did end up going to the finals. We won on penalties. So yeah, apologies about that, lads. Obviously we only got like 1 minute worth of clips. It should have been 1 minute 30, even 2 minutes, and there was actually a really nice dive in there as well. I mean, and if I'll try to explain the dive to you. It was going top left, or was it like top right, middle to top right, and he just dived to it, went out for a corner. It was a relatively simple dive, and I think most keepers would pull that off. But anyways, heading on over to the overall screen, boys. Chemistry style, we have gone for the ball. As we know that in the intro, it gets that kicking and diving up, and I'm pretty sure his, I think his handling, kicking, and diving all go up. He's already got 95 positioning, 96 reflexes, which is phenomenal. And yeah, in game he goes like 99 handling, 85 kicking, just absolutely fantastic. So for pros, we've gone for 95 diving, 89 handling, 96 reflexes, and 95 positioning. We have also gone for the speed, rushing out of net, or rushing out of goal with his card. As I said, 60 speed for a goalkeeper is very, very respectable. I remember I used his base card in FIFA 20, I believe it was. I got him really early on from one of my icon packs, and his base card had 64 speed, or something like that, and it was just his best attribute. He's absolutely unreal. Now for the links, obviously he's got no strong links, but he is an icon, so literally any centre back will get a soft link with him, but there is no like good Russian strong links, I should say. Now for the rating out of 10, I remember we did a Prime Casillas review, and I believe we gave him an 8.6 or an 8.7. Now I will say Yashin is a lot better, and we're going to give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's a brilliant goalkeeper, but I also think that I think 700, 800,000 coins price tag for him is not really worth it. In my opinion, boys, I'd much rather buy a lower tier icon for, not lower tier icon, a lower tier goalkeeper for around 50,000 coins and save the extra coins. I would never splash that much coins on an actual goalkeeper. Sure, he's great in game, he's got the hat in game as well, but I think you'd just be much better off buying a lower tier, like I say lower tier goalie. They all perform great in game. For example, obviously, disregarding chemistry links, I would say Winter Wildcards My Nan is probably one of the best goalies I've reviewed this year. That review is up on the channel. I think Winter Wildcards 88 rated, Kevin My Nan, I'm pretty sure his name is, absolutely fantastic, and he's like 60,000 coins. I'd much rather buy him and save this extra 740,000 coins that it would cost you to buy this LEV YASHIN card. Now if you did get him from your icon pack, now an icon pack, getting a goalie is never the most exciting thing, but it is definitely not an L either, because you've got your in-game goalie. He's a lot of fun. As I said, he's got the hat in-game. I do want to touch on that 6'2" height. Well, some goalies, as I said, 6'2" can be a con, but I just find it depends on the actual diving animation, and LEV YASHIN's diving animation is fantastic. I really, really do rate this card quite highly. He's a really solid goalkeeper. But you know, lads, honestly, final verdict, good goalkeeper, but I wouldn't spend coins on him. It's just silly to spend coins on an icon goalie, in my opinion. Just buy like an actual normal goalie for like 50, 60,000 coins if you want to go big on, as I said, a Winter Wildcards, My Nan, etc. But if you are watching this because you got him from an icon pack, then don't be too mad, because he's a good goalie. But remember, goalies are goalies this year. They're all going to be inconsistent, but I definitely think there is you can tell the difference between a top tier goalie and a mid tier goalie, and LEV YASHIN is definitely one of the top tier goalkeepers. So if you guys did enjoy, it's been your boy Davis, and until next time, Peace out.